Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this. This is Wrestle AM. It's half morning show, half wrestling show, pretty much all bullshit. I'm your host, LK from Kocosports.net. That's KOCO Sports.net. It's where the world goes to kick ass and for combat sports, and above all, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. I'm here with your WWE SmackDown live review. This will be the first of 3 podcasts given to you this evening. After this, I'll be going live with a New Japan Pro Wrestling 20th anniversary show, 20th with Kobe Maccabee. Kobe Maccabee, I swear to God, I got that name wrong. And anyway, with SOS Wrestle Talk. And then after that, I'll be going live with Loaded Joe's MMA podcast with the MMA AM covering the UFC Halifax show. So if you're a fan of this YouTube channel, tonight is going to be a good night for you. I've had an incredible day today. As I said, it's pretty much all bullshit. I woke up about 11:30 a.m., had a nice bit of Weetabix breakfast. And then I went and I had myself a lovely Weetabix breakfast, and then I went upstairs and I watched the New Japan Pro Wrestling show that happened the day before with the Maccabee 20th anniversary show. Then I watched SmackDown Live, then I went to the gym, then I came home, had a shower, played some UFC 2, and now we're here with the SmackDown Live review. So, win, loss, or tie, as always, you guys want to hear from you in the live comments, what your thoughts, opinions were about the show. So we'll jumped straight into it, considering what a busy bee I'm going to be tonight. So SmackDown Live for the 21st of February. Daniel Bryan, the commissioner, I think that's the commissioner. I get confused these days of the difference between a commissioner and a general manager.
Hello, first-time caller, long-time listener. I'd like to say, LK, I'm a huge fan of yours. I listen to your show all the time. I just want to say, man, you look extremely handsome there in your glasses, and I just love how you just pontificate and articulate how well, or in some cases, how bad WWE's going right now.
Holy shit! See, look, if this was a fucking WWE event, it would be you deserve it. You deserve it. Welcome to the show, sir.
You deserve some kind of medal for putting up with your shenanigans.
Yeah, no, we'll be. How long have you got?
I've just got a few minutes. I'm about to go fix dinner. Well, actually, my wife has fixed dinner, but I'm going to fix my plate to eat, and then we're going to watch Arrow in about another 20 minutes.
Awesome. Are you doing any content tonight?
Well, I thought this was going to be it, but you beat me to the punch.
Ah, shit. If you want, I can. You can.
You know what? We're going to do the lightning round. So here we go. What do you say, sir? Win, loss, or tie?
I'll give it a strong tie.
Strong tie. You know what? I'm going to give it a weak wins. Yeah, probably I'll give it a weak win. It'll be a little bit better. I think overall the show was entertaining. However, I believe they botched a couple of things, and it kind of drug it down to me to like it was on the teetering on the verge of strong tie, weak win. So, but I decided to be generous and give it a weak win. First segment I thought was actually pretty good. The opening where Naomi, basically saying that she's hurt. Daniel Bryan says, look, I'm sorry, I've been there before. I know exactly where you're coming from, and I think that was really good how they included that in. And ultimately, Naomi basically just said that that the injury to her knee is a little bit more severe than they thought, so she had to relinquish the championship because she couldn't defend it within the mandatory 30 days. I thought that was really, really well done. It kind of hurt. It kind of hit me right there in the heart, man. It was
wow. I was the complete opposite. Sorry, I was the complete opposite.
Well,
I started laughing. It was funny. Her acting was so abysmal. It was so overproduced. You could tell she was reading off a script. It was fucking garbage. That was the worst segment of the night. That was the worst. I will say I'm not a Naomi fan per se, but I you don't want to see somebody get hurt, and especially WrestleMania is going to be in her hometown. It's like, okay, I kind of disagree with the title change, but I don't hate Naomi. It's like I prefer Alexa Bliss, but that doesn't mean I'm a cruel, heartless bastard. Well, maybe I am, but not towards her. I don't care who it was. That could have been Trish Stratus, and I still would have buried it. Her acting, there was no emotion. It was just
she squirted some tears, bro.
She had one little teardrop. That was not passionate. I didn't feel the passion from her voice. There is more passion for me about how much I despise this promo than what she did in her promo. I've seen vacations of belts that will go, and this is not because I hate Naomi at all. This could have been Shawn Michaels doing this. This was garbage. I hated it. It was shit. It was the worst part of the show. It was shit. Pure shit.
But there's another thing I did like is that immediately following, Naomi doesn't have time to get back to the back. Boom, Alexa Bliss's music hits, and here she comes to suck up all that heat. And I think Alexa Bliss played
That was good.
one of the best heels on SmackDown. She's just like, she's just glowing, just walks past Naomi like she's not even there. It's like, hey, I was the champion. I wasn't given my rematch. It was going to be me anyway, so you know what? I think you should give me back my championship. God, I love that. Alexa is like one of the best heels. Yeah, I will say she's one of the best heels that SmackDown has going. Daniel Bryan's like, well, it would make sense, but you're going to have to earn it, and you're going to have a match against Becky Lynch right now.
Didn't like it because what did Becky Lynch lost to Mickie James at the pay-per-view, and she's rewarded with a title match. Illogical.
No, it actually makes sense. You have to think, okay.
No. There's no way around that. There's not a loophole.
Yes, there is. Yes, there absolutely is. You have Alexa Bliss, who's the former champion. You have Becky Lynch, she's a former champion. Now, your other ladies are particularly like Nikki Bella and Natalya. They're in their own little thing right now. You got to think these two would be, logically, unless you want to declare, and Mickie James, so unless you wanted to throw like a four-way dance or something, and you've got to go ahead and get that championship on somebody, why not? I think that's a solid, the solid two picks right there.
Just give it back to Bliss. She didn't deserve the title shot. It pissed me off when she came out.
And and here's another thing about that match. I did enjoy the opening match, but there's one thing that kind of bothered me. They kind of made it seem like Alexa Bliss was cheating because she's at a point where she's knocked down. She grabs a hold of the ring apron. The referee's trying to pull her in, and then, anyway, she finally gives way, and there's the apron on the ring, and the referee's going to go move it, and then Alexa Bliss does like a throat thrust where she takes both arms and does like a Hadouken right into Becky Lynch's throat behind the referee's back, and I'm thinking, I really don't think that move's illegal. I think if she would have done that in front of the referee, I don't think that would have been a disqualification. So anyway,
No.
but she pops her throat, rolls her up, and then grabbing the handful of tights. Okay, that's cheating. But if you're going to do that, why not throw powder in her eye? Do something that's blatantly cheating. I don't think the throat thrust is cheating.
No, actually, I don't think that's cheating. I don't remember it being that, but she cheated to win. As long as she pulled the tights, it's a bit different. Like in a men's match, they could have just kicked him in the cock, kicked him in the bollocks, and been done with it. So they can't really kick him in the vagina, really, can they?
I have to say, Becky Lynch doesn't have any junk, so she can't really kick her in things that she doesn't have.
She could have poked. She could have poked her.
That's what I'm saying. You could have used powder. You could have used a foreign object. She could have reached in her tights and pulled out like roll of quarters, brass knuckles. Just something like that. That would have been okay. That's cheating. But throat thrust, I don't think that's illegal. Even if you do, I don't think the referee's going to disqualify you. But
no, I don't.
Overall, I enjoyed the match. This is that ending. I was like, I think they're trying to be controversial, but it's not really. Okay. Next year, we had American Alpha taking on Breezango. The match was okay for what it was. Why do I have a feeling that I'm going to see Tyler Breeze and Fandango in a gay porn? Why? Somehow it's going to pop up scandal. Tyler Breeze, Fandango found in bed in hotel room together. And I've been like, okay. That's like when people said, hey, Ricky Martin's gay. And I'm like, well, no shit. But anyway, let's move along from that. It was okay. I like the part that when Breezango jumped American Alpha at the beginning. Eventually, Alpha took back over. And I don't want to say it was like a new finishing maneuver, but it was reminiscent of the Steiner Brothers where they did it was electric chair into a bulldog and get the win. So I don't know if it would make sense if that was also a new finishing maneuver, so that way they don't get, because if you keep using the grand amplitude, maybe they thought maybe we need to use that every now and then, so we don't get hurt doing that. I don't know. Or maybe this was just a one-time deal. Maybe either Breeze or Fandango couldn't take the grand amplitude without getting hurt, so they played it safe. Who knows? But afterwards, I actually kind of liked was the Usos. They were going through the crowd. Now, some people kind of criticized this, What are they going to do? Why couldn't they attack them? How come they didn't get physical? And I'm like, yeah, because they want us to want. I think SmackDown, the writers finally realized, hey, we have a tag division we haven't done shit with. So let's, we've got all these guys in multi-man matches. Let's, use our tag teams. And so the Usos, I think they did a good promo about, when you lay in bed awake at night and you can't go to sleep and you feel the hair standing on the back of your neck, that's going to be us. We're going to be right behind you. The Usos, I love they're building up to something. I love the fact that the Usos, no, they don't want to attack American Alpha from the front because they're the bad guys. They want to attack them from behind. Remember, it's what happened at the pay-per-view. Attacked them from behind. They don't want a fair fight, and so I like that. It's going to be, we're going to jump you, but we're going to do it on our own terms. You can see us coming. We don't want to fight you fair. We're going to wait till you're not looking. We're going to hit you from behind, and I think they're building up to something here. So I think that was well executed promo time in the audience by the Usos.
I can't believe I'm about to say this. I really enjoyed the promo by the Usos as well. I really, really, really liked it. It was really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Are you watching Law and Order? Are you?
No.
Oh, I thought I heard the dun dun from the.
Yeah. Well, actually,
Order.
that's going on. My hot and sexy wife is watching Law and Order.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I can spot a Law and Order watcher from a miles away. That is actually a very underrated TV show, and I don't know if you've watched it before. I really reckon if you have, well, of course you have. You're American. Have you watched NCIS before?
Yeah, I've watched NCIS.
Dude, I love that show. That show is amazing. That is the best thing to ever come out of America.
Besides me.
You're on par with NCIS. That's saying something.
I'm up there with Mark Harmon. Woo! Hey, baby, did you hear that? I'm on par with Mark Harmon. Mark Harmon, the actor from NCIS.
Agent Gibbs.
Agent Gibbs. Hey, baby. Okay. All right, moving along here. That's TV AM here. Next, we get to a women's match. We have Nikki Bella versus Natalya. Falls Count Anywhere. I'm going to be honest with you, okay? Going into this, I was like, okay, let's just get this over with. And watching the match, I was like, holy shit, this is actually pretty good. I thoroughly enjoyed this match here. These two, everything actually made sense. There was reasons for people to do what they did. They really took advantage of the stipulations. Even when they botched, it was good because there was supposed to be a point where it looked like Natty was going to powerbomb Nikki Bella through the announce table. It got blocked. Then Nikki Bella gave Natalya a Alabama slam through on the table. It didn't break, but still pinned her anyway. They went from the ring to the outside, back to the ring, back up the ramp to the back. There was a spot where I think Nikki got flung into Maurice, who happened to be back there. There was a spot where Natty got thrown through a mirror. They went back to the ramp. They brawled some more. Nikki had the Fearless Lock, her version of the STF on Natalya. Maurice obviously pissed off, grabbed it appeared to be a pipe. Everybody's going, oh, it's a lead pipe, it's a lead pipe. No, they threw her through like a curtain, and I think what that pipe she had was actually the framing from that curtain, or at least that's what I think. Clocked her with it. There's no DQs, so this allowed Natty to get the pin, get the win. So it appears they're setting up for a mixed tag match at Mania. Nikki Bella and John Cena versus Natalya. Not take two here. Maurice and The Miz. By the way, can I just say after watching this show that I think not only is John Cena the worst friend ever, he's also the worst boyfriend ever.
I love how Miz came out and Big Match John did. He's like, baby,
yeah, exactly.
I'm involved in the. I'm involved.
That's what I'm talking about.
In the W title.
Yeah, Miz had to go yank his wife off of Nikki Bella. But yeah, Big Match John, where the fuck is he? I mean, I understand, okay, you don't want to fight everybody's battles, but it's like, he is like the worst. And then here's everything. He goes back out later in the night like nothing happened. It's like, yes, my wife was my girlfriend at one point, and we work in separate places, but if we worked at the same place, which we have before, I'm not going to get involved in all her drama and everything. But if some woman just like comes out of nowhere and starts mercilessly beating my wife / girlfriend, whatever, I'm going to want to step in, And then if it happens, like say I'm not there or I'm in a different place or whatever, and I hear about it, it's going to upset me. John, he just keeps trucking along like nothing's happening. I'm like, you are the worst fucking boyfriend ever. It's like, no, you don't want to get married, not because it's going to put your money in danger, not because you've got reservation. No, because you're fucking selfish. Or at least that's what your character's portraying here. It's like, dude, have a fucking heart.
Yeah, it's a big match, John, isn't it? I like the match though, and I like the fact that Miz came out. It kind of made it feel like kind of a shoot. Like, oh my god, look, fuck, Miz had to come out to get her off. I like that, but I enjoyed the match as well. Poor Natalia, what she's going to do at WrestleMania. Maybe she's involved in some whorefest pre-show, maybe a bra and panties match. I have no idea. Like, what the fuck Natalia's going to do at WrestleMania, if anything.
All right, and then last thing here I'm going to hit, because I've got like 4 minutes to get my point out, so then I'm going to turn the show over to you. We get to the Battle Royal for the WrestleMania title shot. They picked 10 guys. I love how the fact that everybody got like a little vignette before the Battle Royal, kind of laying out their case of why they should win the match and why they should be able to main event WrestleMania is essentially is what they were doing. I was not a big fan of the Battle Royal idea because, I mean, it's Mania, and you've put 10 people in the ring, and here you are. I mean, it's not going to be who's the best. It's going to be who, kayfabe, who just got fucking lucky at the end. Now, luckily for us in this, it actually worked out. But, if you're going to have, I wish they would have done like a tournament. You could have built this up, or at least over 2-3 weeks. You could have built up new feuds. But no, they decided to go with the Battle Royal idea, and then they shit the bed on 2 parts of this. I like the fact that that Ambrose eliminated Corbin, and Corbin didn't take too well to it, beat the crap out of the Miz, and hit him with the end of days on the outside. I like that. I like the fact that their Dolph Ziggler got eliminated, that he went after Kalisto, that distracted Apollo Crews, and that caused Apollo Crews to get out. That makes sense. Where they crapped the bed is where, and as much as I hate to say it, was John Cena's elimination. He gets thrown out by the Miz, who, and I was like, but that's legal. No, that counts. And I'm like, okay, well, if that counts, then how come Mojo Rawley, the first guy who was eliminated, how come he just didn't hang out, wait till you get down to the final 2, go push those 2 over the, when both AJ Styles and Luke Harper battle on the side, just push him off the apron. Okay, now what? Okay, according to you, that's fucking legal. So guess what? Now Mojo Rawley's going on to Mania, I guess.
Oh,
it
please.
Makes no sense. That's so fucking stupid, WWE. You're fucking better than that. That's pathetic. I hate that damn rule because by logic, okay, he got eliminated by the Miz, who was already eliminated. That elimination shouldn't count. And so Cena should be allowed to go back in. But if it does count, then eliminations don't mean anything because that means I can come back down to the ring, go back into the match, push other people out. And if I'm the last one standing, then technically I'm the winner. That's stupid, WWE. It's fucking stupid. And then we get to the end where they really wanted to do, look, WWE, if you're looking to do like a double, like where both guys fall out and get eliminated at the same time, go look at Bret Hart, Lex Luger at that Royal Rumble. Go check that out. That's how you do it. Harper suplexes Styles off the apron. Styles hit like a mile before Harper. I don't know if that was a botch or on their parts, or if that was supposed to be, or if that was designed that way. But either way, it didn't work because you could tell it was a botch, or if it was fucked up because they never went back and did a replay. Back when Hart and Luger did that, they kept replaying it. No, he touched. No, he touched first. No, he touched first. No, he touched first by like an inch. No, and finally they had to go, oh my God. But hey, all these 4 fucking referees who apparently have goddamn cataracts because they couldn't fucking see. Styles, believe me, I love Styles and I want him to go on to main event Mania, but he hit first, so technically Harper wins. And then there's Daniel Bryan, and he looks like a fucking idiot because it's like, well, I guess it's a draw. No, you restart the match. But if it was up to me, I would have declared a tournament. I would have had him come down to these final 2. I would have had the final match, the finals be Styles versus Harper. Those 2 would have wrestled. I would have him do a ref bump where the referee gets bumped. Had another referee has to come down to make sure that the match continues. The other referee comes to. They do some kind of maneuver. It's a double pin. One referee's got good advantage on one. The other referee's got good advantage on the other. 1, 2, 3, double pin. Okay, now you're in the same predicament. There you go. That's what I would have done differently.
Now I think they're doing AJ and Harper next week, I'm guessing, and the winner goes.
Yeah.
I think they're just trying to stretch this out until a few weeks till Mania, because they want to keep people watching the damn thing. Because they can't. How really much can you do with Randy on a Bray Wyatt? There's only so much you could do. But I appreciate you coming on, reviewing it, so that I can just do live comments and skedaddle off to my next show.
All right. I'm going to bounce. I want to tell everybody to check us out, Kocosports.com. Make sure to like, subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And just let everybody know the boom just went bang, and I am out.
Booms, before you go off. But will you be joining me tomorrow morning with the NXT review?
Yes, I will.
9 a.m. your time, correct?
Maybe beforehand. I'll message you when I get up.
Perfect. Awesome. Sweet. Thank you, Booms, and I'll see you then.
Thanks.